Yo, 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 yo. Tabo, what's up, buddy? What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is up? Hope everybody's having a good day. So we'll see how today plays out. I'm good, buddy. I'm good. I promise we're gonna get to The Witcher 3, dude. I promise. This is what went down. So I don't know if you were here today or here yesterday or saw the VOD, Tabo. I got really tilted at something that happened in our Planescape playthrough. And it basically tilted me out to the point that I don't know if I'm going to finish that game or not. And we hadn't finished Superland yet. I wasn't ready to start Witcher 3 because I wasn't thinking we were starting Witcher 3 yet. And at this point, we had gotten to where yesterday we went ahead and played Superland because I wasn't ready for Witcher 3. I hadn't announced it yet. And so I switched over to Superland to try to get that game finished. We have more we can get done today. I probably only going to go until about 7 hours in today. I have some stuff going on this afternoon. So, there's a chance we'll start Witcher 3 tomorrow. Once we get closer to like getting the gaming section started up, I'll elaborate on what happened in Planescape yesterday for anybody that's interested. But we are going to get Witcher 3 started very soon. I know I've been saying that, and Planescape just took longer than I thought it was going to, and we are very close. Cool. Well, and that's why I didn't do it, because I don't like starting games until I can announce it. That way everybody knows when we're going to be starting. They can be prepared for being here if they want to be a part of it, things like that, right? So that's why I didn't do it. But I know I've been saying I thought we were going to start it sooner than this, so I do apologize, buddy. Yeah. Congrats on your results, by the way, my friend. Congrats. I saw that in Discord. Good job, buddy. Again, it's good to see everybody. Let's go ahead and do what we do. Let's hop into our news section, and then we'll work our way into finishing up Superland. We'll see if we get any more. Yeah, of course, buddy. We'll see if we get any more Planescape done. I don't know. I'm really still pretty jaded by what happened yesterday. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes today. Let's get in this. Let's get into this gaming news. Let's do what we do. I'm so done with all the Web3 tech, crypto, NFT, blockchain. I can't dive into it anymore. The thing is, it's like all the articles we get anymore are not in like a generality of what's good. There's nothing ever what is like good trying to be done regarding. Let me move my camera up. That is the wrong button. Apologies. There's nothing regarding anything that is potentially good trying to be done. It's just about money, sucking money out of people, and basically promotional ads like this company is starting up a new game and it's gonna be awesome and it's Web3 and crypto based, and yeah, that's awesome, Tabo. Man, good on you, buddy. That's great, dude. That's great. I think it was pretty clear you already were, but if that's what it takes for you to be able to say that officially you're bilingual, then hey, man, good on you. But I think it was pretty clear you already were, man. Destiny 2 nullifying reconciliation challenge guide? What? What is that about? Okay. Let's go. Blah, I'm not reading into that. EA hints at single-player Battlefield game via job listing after they just got wrecked on social media for calling out people that enjoy single player games. Love it. Love it. So officially, James Gunn and Suda51 are not involved with the Lollipop Chainsaw remake. I'm not going to read into that any further. That's all we need to know. Okay. Ubisoft confirms a multi-game showcase for September. You know what? Speaking of that, we have a couple of showcases happening in July, right? So, what were those? I don't think they've happened yet or anything, but here we go. Yeah, at the end. Well, there's July 28th. I don't know if there were any other ones. Total War Warhammer 3 reveals 7 new Immortal Empires. Our buddy Tinwin will be interested in that. He probably is already aware, but Skull and Bones gameplay presentation set to take place. Cool. Take a look at that. Uh, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, super proud of you, man. Super proud of you. That's great, dude. That's great. Again, I'm a language pleb, so not even bilingual, just my mother tongue. So anybody that um, has educated themselves in the fashion of you know moving on to being cultured and knowing multiple languages and educated in knowing multiple languages is very, very impressive to me, and I applaud everybody that does that. It's just really great. I'm proud of you, buddy. That's awesome. This is Yakuza. I'm pretty sure this is just talking about Yakuza, which we read about. Yeah, we read about that yesterday, so I'm not going to dive into that. Yeah, I've there's been like a bit of the like Warhammer universe stuff that I've dabbled in, but as far as the like Total War Warhammer stuff, I've never really gotten into that stuff. Yeah. But we have, I mean, of course, our community, we got people that are interested in all kinds of varieties of games and stuff like that. So appropriate that we dive into a lot of different things. And it's gaming news, so about anything that seems kind of on point for games news wise, we'll jump in it. But I'm right there with you, buddy. Panka, what's up, dude? Panka, what is up, buddy? Intel's 13th gen Raptor Lake specs have leaked. Okay, take a look there. Best gaming deals for Prime Day. This is. I'm not gonna dive into this yet. We're a bit early here. We got about a week. About a week before Prime Day hits. Project Zomboid still actually surviving more than a week. Right on, dude. Yeah, there's a bit of a difficulty curve there. Yeah, in that game, from what I understand, bit of a learning curve there. we will see more, I'm sure, from the Prime Day stuff. But again, if you haven't already, if you got Prime Gaming, you haven't already gone and gotten your indie games. There's like 25 free indie games you can get right now. Those will no longer be available come like a week from today, the 12th, I think, or 6 days from today. Um, so go get those now on Prime Gaming. I think while we're on that subject, I think today's the last day to get the current free games on Epic. So let's bring that up real quick. Yes. Tomorrow the free games on Epic go away. Okay. So Gene Force, Hood, and Iritus. You can only get those free for the next day. Tomorrow it'll be Killing Floor 2 and Ancient Enemy. And also the Steam sale, guys. The Steam sale is only available for the next day. So if there are any games you're wanting to get, you need to go grab them. Okay? The sale only lasts until 7/7. So tomorrow. So don't forget to get any of those things that you're interested in grabbing. Don't forget, time's running out. Okay? More like difficulty mountain for reals, dude. I think we already know what the PlayStation Plus free games for July are, but we'll take a quick look. Oh yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, I'm well aware. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep. I'm familiar with what the game is, how it plays. I've seen an amount of game. I haven't. I think there's been a good amount of content that's come out since I watched some of the gameplay, but the core of what the game is, I'm very familiar with, and it looked like a difficult go of it. Yeah. Should Nintendo make PC games? They won't. They won't. We'll read this real quick, but they won't. Not right now, or not in the near future, anyways. New gaming laptop is a strange rival for your Steam Deck? What? We'll look real quick. After a year of silence, Ubisoft might finally tell us about, looks like Avatar. Starfield fans are already reverse engineering the game's what? Let's see. All right, let's pivot here real quick. Pinky, I feel like I haven't seen you in a few days, man. How you been? '3D puzzle game, huh? We talked about that. We've talked about it a couple times now. We have a good amount of Canadian community members. No, I get it, dude. I get it. It's all good, buddy. I just figured you were busy. I was just wondering how you been, man. That's it. No worries, man. We talked about this too. My thoughts, the looker. That sounds familiar, Tabo. That sounds familiar. My thoughts on this subject is look, it's not so much the act, I think. Dude, people have been teabagging each other in games forever. Does that necessarily make it right if it was something that was potentially sexual in nature? No. But what it is was not necessarily something sexual. It was something done to troll out people that you got the best of. Now, the term teabagging, yes, is a term used to identify with something sexual in nature, I guess. Yeah. But the actual act that you do in games isn't about necessarily performing that act on somebody as much as just trolling somebody out for getting the best of them in a multiplayer game. So the thing is now in today's world, anything that can possibly taken to a far extreme by somebody and go, oh, well, I'm offended. They're going to be offended, you know? Oh, right on, Pete. I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. That sucks, buddy. Downloading it now. Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is like it wasn't that's what I was getting at it. It wasn't like somebody was like, "Oh dude, I'm trying to like have perform a virtual sex act on something." That's not what it was, right? It was literally a way to troll out somebody else because you didn't have hardly any other way to do it, right? It was the easiest way to go up to somebody and show them like I got the best of you. You crouched on top of them, right? And because of what it looked like, it coined the term teabagging. Right? Right, exactly, Tabo. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because of what the term actually is, right? I mean, the term is yo, gamer, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? Um, the term in and of itself is yes, a term that you know it entails an act of you know you guys know what it is. I'm not going to get into specifics here, but so yes, it. But the reason the term came to be, it's not like the term. It was like, hey, I'm going to start this trend in gaming where I teabag people. That's not what it was. It's exactly what Tabo was talking about and what I was trying to hit on. It was, I'm going to troll this person because I got the best of them. There wasn't really there weren't really any ways to do it. Now you've got things like emotes in games and stuff like that, right? But back then it was like I'm going to crouch on top of them because they're not going to spawn out for a few seconds or whatever. So I'm going to spawn, I'm going to go crouch on them and be like, I got you, And then somebody was like, oh hey, it looks like you're teabagging them, right? So they called it teabagging. You don't know what it means? It's a lewd act. It's a lewd act of basically putting the male genitalia on somebody else, teabagging them. All right. Just think about it, Tabo. Yeah, I know, Pinky. Yeah, just think about it, Tabo. And if you need further clarification, look it up, man. Just look it up. I'm not going to get into specifics of what it is on the channel and stuff. Yeah. Think about a teabag, man, and dropping it on somebody. Yeah, there you go, dude. There you go. So, again, it's not like somebody it didn't happen the other way around, and people have taken, and again, anything these days that anybody can possibly take and be like, well, I'm offended, they're gonna do that, right? But they don't actually look at it critically in the point of view of like, it just got coined this because of what it looks like you're doing to somebody, not because that's what they're actually trying to do, Oh, you're wild, man. Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher announced? What? Dude, did you guys ever play a Monster Rancher game? Gamer. We're going to read about that. This game about action figures actually looks pretty cool. I think that's what this is talking about. We're going to read about that. New Donkey Kong game potentially teased via Nintendo. We'll see there. We already talked about that yesterday. We've talked about these other ones here. Let's keep moving. Last page. Then we'll start reading. Yeah, whatever, Nintendo. Can't realistically create sequels to every game, but they can create as many possible sequels as they can conceive of for their stars like Mario and, Zelda and stuff like that, Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, game, it's because it came up in an article. We talked about it previously in the news too, and it's because it's like, basically social media blew up because there are people that are offended by the fact that like teabagging is a thing in multiplayer games to like troll out other people, and they're taking it the wrong way. Yeah, it's internet Karens, exactly, Tabo. And that's what we were talking. I don't know if you heard all of it, Gamer, but it's basically like it wasn't something meant in the first place. And Tabo stated it perfectly above. It was just back in the day in games, you didn't have a lot of options to troll out other people. You didn't always have microphone. You didn't always have text chat. You didn't have emotes or anything like that in game. So what did you have? Usually crouch, right? So you'd kill somebody, you'd go crouch on them to be like, I got you, bro. So it got coined the term teabagging, right? And so now in today's day, there are these people that are going, oh, well, that's I'm being sexually assaulted in a video game because somebody teabagged me. And it's like, well, that's stupid because it just got coined that term because of what it looks like is happening. It wasn't initially a thing where somebody went, I can teabag that person. It was, I'm going to troll them out. And then it got coined to that phrase. You know what I mean? So that's what it all was. Yeah. Exactly, Tabo. Yeah. So they're like taking it to this extreme for turning it into something that it was never meant to be. You know what I mean? It got coined that term because that's what it kind of looks like you're doing. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, in real life, if you went up to somebody and just did that to somebody, then yeah, it absolutely is, right? But and that's a whole nother thing. Like to just to do it, somebody to do, and it's not like you're in a virtual world able to actually go out and like strip your clothes off and actually do it to somebody, right? So how you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I knew what you meant, buddy. So yeah, I mean, it's people just making a bigger deal out of something than needs to be. You know what I mean? Social media, man, it's what they do. So it's like the second time we've seen the article, and it's just wild that people take stuff to that extreme. You know, Valkyrie Elysium. What is this? Have you guys heard about this? I don't even know what that is. Wow, I got stun lock. I think I got it out. All right. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy actor campaigns for the Wolverine role, maybe? Okay, let's see. The Invincible release date, latest news and leaks. We got a bit of news this morning. Yeah, ESA says E3 will be back. They say it every year that they don't have one. Well, yeah, Tabo. I mean, that's exactly what it's always been in the first place. It's a form of trolling. It's never been, you know, that never was the aim of it. It never was meant to be something initially to be like a sexual thing in video games. It was meant to be a troll thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, gamer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a bunch of Karens, dude. For real. Yeah, they probably don't even play games. They just saw their kid doing it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" Karen dot too. Yeah. They literally know nothing of video gaming or the internet world or the video gaming world or anything, you know. And they're like, "I'm gonna sue everybody." Frankie, so innocent, my little Frankie. I don't know why the kid's name's Frankie. It was just the first thing that came to mind. Intel's 13th gen Raptor Lake specs have leaked. Yeah, just sue the whole game. I mean, that's the mentality in a lot of places nowadays, though, especially here in America. It's like, oh, wow, well, I am absolutely offended. I'm suing everybody for everything they have. I am offended. I'm suing everybody. I'm just gonna sue. I'm just gonna sue. Just gonna sue them all. You know. That's like I know that's the mentality in this country, like for sure. You know, it's really wild. Intel's 13th Gen Raptor Lake specs have leaked, and it's bad news for PCIe 5.0 solid state drives. Oh, really? Faster CPUs and memory, but what about PCIe 5.0 solid state drive support? Rumor mill is in overdrive right now, whether it's CPUs, GPUs, or motherboards. We know for sure that the back end of 2022 is shaping up to be absolutely mega for PC enthusiasts. Nice. I need to talk to the head of the gamers, okay? I need to, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna need to talk to the man behind the green curtain, okay? The head of the gamers, all right? Oh, jeez. Uh, ends up being a dude with like a pug dog body. Like, I pull back the curtain. He's just back with his big pug, like big head and like pug body. I can only imagine it in something like, some kind of wild cartoon. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's basically like what it was coming down to on social media. Yeah, 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 yeah. VR Joe. Yeah, get bonked, dude. Get bonked. Yeah, go to jail. Um, yeah, that's basically what it was. I mean, same thing, right? Like, I mean, is that where we're going with it? It's like, oh, I'm in a multiplayer game. I got shot. Yeah, I was assaulted. Yeah, I was just murdered. Somebody, go put that person in jail in real life. I was just here being peaceful. Yeah, I was carrying weapons, but I didn't shoot anybody. Um, you know, but I need somebody to find whoever was at this IP address and go arrest them and put them in jail because they got murdered virtually. Um, I mean, that's basically like the same. It's like what? I don't know, man. It's wild. Nice, Timo. Nice, dude. Uh, Intel is getting ready to launch its 13th gen Raptor Lake CPU range and accompanying 1700 series motherboards. Being based on the LGA 1700 platform with back compatibility with 1600 series boards confirmed. Oh, wow, that's good. Intel is not known for doing that. Intel has always been about, oh, we're coming out with new chips. Oh, you need a new motherboard. Oh, here's new chips. Oh, by the way, you need new motherboards. Whereas AMD's been more user friendly in that regard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Crazy, right, gamer? Yeah. Um, we have a good idea of what to expect as far as features go, but less clear is that despite the platform supporting PCI Express 5.0, confirmation as to whether 700 series motherboards will support PCIe 5.0 M.2 drives is less certain. According to a picture leaked from a presentation at an Intel NAS workshop in China, the 700 series motherboards will not have dedicated 5.0 lanes for an M.2 drive. Really? The overview in question states that there will be 16 5.0 lanes with a further 4.0 lanes for an M.2 drive. The times 8 DMI lanes connect the CPU to the chipset, yeah. Overall, the PCIe complement is the same as that offered by the Z690 platform. That may conflict with another leak from Moore's Law is dead, or does it? Um, Also, confirmation that some SKUs will feature higher core counts and that level 2 and level 3 cache sizes have been increased because they need to compete with AMD. The latter will certainly help boost gaming performance, much like it did with AMD's Ryzen X3D chips. Ryzen has significantly boosted their level 3 cache uh, within their chips, and Intel's going to have to compete. While Raptor Lake appears to be more of an evolutionary upgrade than a revolutionary one, it's going to be interesting to see what effect the extra cache and core count has, not to mention the rumored increase in frequency. 13th gen CPUs are expected to make their debut within the next few months. It will compete with AMD's Zen 4 CPUs and 600 series platform that will launch around the same time. Here's what I need to know though. Intel's chips that can't even really that aren't even really up to par with Ryzen right now are still costing way more than Ryzen chips are, which is wild. We'll see though. We'll get more. Intel's rolling out new GPUs. They're rolling out new CPUs as they actually get closer to being released, and especially out here in the West, because right now China is like the only part of the world that's really gotten their hands and benchmarked anything. As they roll out more here in the West, and reviewers and benchmark, you know, testers and stuff like that get their hands on it, we'll get more info on those things. PS Plus free games for July. I think we've already read this. Yeah, Crash 4, the Dark Pictures anthology Man of Medan, Arcageddon. Yeah, we had already read that, but there you go. If you weren't aware, those are the big free games coming for PS Plus. Games inbox. Nintendo making PC games, Psychonauts 2 hard mode, and Lollipop Chainsaw 2 hopes. This is the big thing I wanted to read about. Just skim, really. I do not see Nintendo jumping into the PC market in the near future. I just don't. They are too lucrative with their own platform. They're not going to play into what, and this is one of the reasons that Sony was so hesitant to play into the PC market, is because the PC market is so Microsoft heavy, right? All that kind of does is help Microsoft to an extent, right? Xbox. So, it's the thing for Sony where it really became an issue was that Sony and Xbox are much closer aligned in what their consoles bring to the table, what their proprietary games bring to the table. Whereas Nintendo kind of sits over in its own little niche kind of part of the market, right? It always has. Uh, Vario, what's up? How are you, Vario? It's good to see you. Yo, I do smell. I smell like Sauvage. I was expecting like a fart sound alert or something. What's up, Mario? How are you? Um, but Nintendo makes a lot of money just off of their games just putting along. Yeah, is everything okay? You all good? Um, it's good to see you. It's I mean, we talked about this yesterday. We talk about it quite often. You know, Nintendo makes a lot of money off their games. There are a lot of their games that you won't even hardly ever see go on sale, like the Legend of Zelda games, a lot of the Mario games, uh, Smash Bros games, things like that. You won't usually see those games go on sale, right? There you go. There you go, Vario. That's what I'm talking about. Now I smell. Um, And it's because those games continue to sell at full price, right? And until they don't continue to sell at full price, they'll keep selling them like that. But by request. Yeah, yeah, what are you reading? Um so whereas you'll see like with PlayStation and Xbox, the games they come out with, a new game will be out for 2 or 3 months and then it'll go on sale. It won't take very long for those games to go on sale. And where Sony had held off on the PC market for a very long time for the most part, but with the inability for people to get their hands on a PS5, and I think Sony saw that with a lot of Xboxes and Microsoft's proprietary games also being released on PC, they were making a lot of money. And especially with people not being able to get their hands on a PS5, being able to at least buy the games on PC gave PlayStation an alternate route to make profit off of the games where people, if they couldn't get their hands on the games on PS5, they could at least get their hands on the games on or on PC. You know what I mean? So that's what I think led PlayStation to ultimately finally pivot into the PC gaming realm, right? Whereas they've just always been about their console. And at this point, I just don't see Nintendo doing it. It's going to really water down their little niche segment they have. They don't need their games to come to PC. They don't need that. You made a meme? Okay, let me see. Yeah, dude. Yes. I love it. That's so good, dude. That's nice. I like it. Um, Hold on. But we'll see what they say here. So, just so you know, Tabo, I'm gonna hook you up, man. I think this is the word you're looking for, Tabo. So, suing is a legal proceeding against somebody else. You're saying sewing. That's sewing. Like you're sewing a an article of clothing together. I know, it's rough, dude. But the more you know, man. You feel it? You got me? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sewing. Sewing with a needle and thread. SEW. Suing. SUE is the singular. To sue somebody. SUE. Suing somebody. SUING is to legal proceedings against another individual or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. You got it, buddy. Um, I have to admit the idea of a Nintendo game on PC is crazy. Even if it's only a mobile game and just a rumor at the moment. Apart from it immediately making buying a Nintendo console unnecessary, remember Nintendo making a profit on theirs, unlike Microsoft and Sony. Nintendo would hate the idea of people using unauthorized controllers, not necessarily having the experience they intended and carefully designed for them. Uh, as well as making it easier for people to emulate things. It's already easy for people to emulate, but putting titles on PC would make it even easier for people to emulate and things like that. Nintendo is not about that. Not about that. Biggest issue though is modding. Nintendo will completely hate that. It would be kryptonite to them, and I think they'd rather go bust than see people change their games like that. You know, that's the very first thing fans would do too. Yep. Yeah, I mean that's really the only reason I pulled this up. I mean, seeing an article like that, it's like, dude, there's no way. They're just like theory crafting about it really and going, what if, but dude, Nintendo, there would have to be some kind of like drastic change in the industry and within Nintendo and technology itself for Nintendo to ever take a hard look at pivoting into releasing their content on PC. Um, they're just not going to do that. Not currently, and I don't see it happening anywhere close in the future either. New gaming laptop is a strange rival for your Steam Deck dollars. GDP's new WinMax 2 sports a keyboard and embedded controller setup. Huh. How big is this? Uh, If you're having trouble getting your hands on a Steam Deck, Chinese tech company GPD, has a rather oddball solution called the WinMax 2. It's a miniature laptop that doubles as a handheld gaming console. Looking like an oversized Nintendo DS, the WinMax 2 has gaming controls above its keyboard, complete with two analog sticks, a directional pad, and four face buttons. There are two pairs of shoulder buttons plus an extra programmable pair on the back. Even has a 6-axis gyroscope for motion control and vibration motor. Unlike Steam Deck, GPD wants its new device to double as a work laptop. Comes with two magnetic covers that can be placed over the embedded controllers to hide them so your boss is none the wiser. Built-in 2-megapixel camera with wide-angle view for video meetings. It's got a Ryzen 7 6800U processor with a Radeon 680M RDNA 2 graphics card. 8-core 16-thread processor. Yeah. The GPD claims the graphics will allow WinMax 2 to run certain games at around 40 to 60 frames with no, that's not even HD. 1920 by 1200 resolution. That's well, it's a little bit above. Full list of games that run at this quality is unknown, but the company does reveal that 12, which include Elden Ring and Valorant. They have other combinations. Choices between 1 to 2 terabyte solid state drives. They also have slots for micro and SD cards. 16 to 32 gigs of RAM. 10.1 inch screen. Power for up to 5 hours of continuous gaming. They're probably reaching on that. Again, I'll throw this in chat. Here's my thing. I have never even heard of this company. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Be very weird. We keep seeing things like this come up though. There are all these companies that are all of a sudden coming out with these pieces of hardware. It's like, this could rival the Steam Deck. And I'm going, no, I don't think so. But we just keep seeing stuff like this because Steam Deck right now is hard to get a hold of. And Steam Deck, again, it's not just what it provides as like a handheld console. There are many, many things about what Valve has done with Steam Deck that apparently make it a very nice piece of hardware. It's you can open it up yourself. It doesn't void the warranty. They've got really nice customer service to help out with any kind of issues. They've got really easy, cheap replacement parts, joysticks, buttons, things like that. And they're easily replaceable by just users themselves. They've got like the software is kind of unlocked, so you can put different kinds of operating systems on it. They've done all kinds of really cool stuff with it. Whereas we see articles like this, and I'm intrigued, so I'll pull them up and kind of there. Yes, yes. I definitely read wrong. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, yeah, it's about there. Yeah, sorry, I read wrong. I love it, dude. I love it. Very nice, buddy. Very nice. Yeah, I like it, man. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. All right. Thanks, man. So, again, if anybody is in the market for anything and they're thinking about, they see this stuff on the channel, what I always try to, prompt people to do is really, 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 really do your due diligence, educate yourselves, look into this company, see if it seems like it is a company that is, reliable with the products that they build. Do they have any kind of decent customer service? What's their warranty like? Things like that. It's just, for us and what we do in the news, it's always interesting to see new kinds of products and things like that are coming out. This looks awkward. Could you imagine holding on to something like this and trying to play a game? It seems to me like it would be very awkward. So I don't know. We see stuff like this, we pull it up because it's news, and I hadn't seen it before, and but to me this looks like something very awkward. I would not want to play games on this, to be honest. Um, kind of weird, kind of weird. But there it is. After a year of silence, Ubisoft might finally tell us about its big games. Yeah, Ubisoft's been very, very hush. And I was saying a while back, towards the first of the year, uh, that it could be potentially. They were one of the big companies that seemed like they might be next to get acquired. They had been shutting down servers for old games. They had been very, very quiet about any kind of release dates for upcoming games. And I was wondering if it might be part of them trying to clean up shop and prepare to be acquired by another company. But it looks like they're finally starting to release some dates. Oh, Timwin. When will we play The Witcher? Sorry, Timwin, I didn't even see that, dude. What's up, buddy? No Witcher yet, no. So basically what happened, I was going to dive into this a little bit more between news and Witcher will probably start at the end of the week. What happened was yesterday I was playing Planescape. I think we're towards the end of the game, but the game tilted me out super hard. I beat a boss, a long boss fight. I beat the boss, got into a dialogue section. Sorry, Timwin. I'm sorry. Gamer, thanks. I know there's a lot of text right now in chat, and I was talking about other stuff too, so I wasn't reading everything in chat, but thanks, Gamer. So basically, we got into this fight. I beat a boss. Got into some dialogue. Chose some dialogue options. Basically, one of the options that I selected, it was like, oh, hey, you're not supposed to select that. The now your game's over, and made me reload. What it didn't do was autosave after the fight. So I won the boss fight, got into dialogue, and it was like, trolled you, do the fight over. And I was like, nope. I was pretty I was molded out pretty bad by it. I was like, I don't want to spend more time doing this fight again after I just did it. Basically, what had happened is I did the fight the first time. One of my characters got really low on health, like got melted kind of real quick, and I was trying to get everybody to heal him, and nobody got their heals off, and I was like, okay, I got to start this over. Started the fight over. My electricity killed out at the house because it was storming the other day, and I was like, crap, dude. So then yesterday comes, we did the fight, we got through the entire fight. It was long, and it was a good fight. It was a good battle, but I didn't want to have to do it again, and it pissed me off. So instead of doing the fight, winning, the game auto-saving, and then being like, okay, we'll take them through this dialogue. If they select the wrong thing, we'll kind of troll them out and be like, oh, you shouldn't have selected that, but have an autosave. They're like, oh, you shouldn't have selected that. Now go back and do the fight again. And I might be flushing Planescape now because of it. So we'll see. I got really molded out yesterday. I didn't start Witcher 3 yesterday because I hadn't announced it yet. And I'm not sure if I'm flushing Planescape yet. So I wanted to go ahead and finish up Superland for the most part today because we still needed to finish that game. And while I decide whether I want to finish Planescape or not. So we could possibly start Witcher 3 tomorrow. That's basically what happened. I'm pissed off. I don't want to have to waste more time doing a fight that I already won because of some trolly like dialogue that they're like, oh, you shouldn't select that. And then it ends the run. It ends the entire run. And they're not going to give you an autosave to go back and like do the dialogue again. I was pissed. So, I don't know. I might flush it. I might flush the entire playthrough at this point. It just pissed me off. So, I don't know. We might start Witcher 3 tomorrow. We'll see. It might be tomorrow. But I'll announce it. I know. I thought we were going to start playing it last week, and Planescape has just taken longer than I thought it would. And so, at this point, though, I might not even finish it. I'm just too pissed off about it. But that's basically what happened. uh, Ubisoft Forward is coming in September with an appetizer this week. For a studio with a bunch of major games and the works at all times, Ubisoft sure hasn't told us much about them. Oh, Tinwin, we actually have some Total War Warhammer news coming up. I'm sure you probably already know, but I was thinking about you this morning. Over the past year, didn't participate in not E3 last. Can't they just say the summer the June gaming showcases? I don't know. Not E3. That's so weird. There were no trailers or announcements from Ubisoft at the Game Awards back in December. Even the Ubisoft Forward Showcase in 2021 was pretty underwhelming. Last year, we got a trailer for Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. The rest of the showcase was just the release date of games we knew about. Far Cry 6 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC announcements, plus a few other odds and ends. The biggest Ubisoft news, honestly, was a leak the following month revealing there was a live service Assassin's Creed game in the works called Assassin's Creed Infinity. You know what? Let's just plan on it. We'll just plan on starting Witcher 3 tomorrow. I'm not playing any more Planescape. Okay, Tabo. Hey, hopefully you just heard that. Remember Witcher 3? Remember when I had my first I remember when I had my first beer. What's up, Wick? Yeah, we'll plan on Witcher 3 tomorrow. I'll put it out. I'll put it out on socials tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back at some point and finish up Planescape. I'm just I don't know if I ever will though. I do not like the way that was devved, and therefore I might not even finish the game. Not a fan of it. So, just in principle, it feels really bad to me, and I don't want to do the fight again. So, don't want to waste more time on it, and therefore, might just not go back to it ever. Just do a closing out video for what we got done in the game and be like, I'm done. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll go back to it at some point. We'll start Witcher 3 tomorrow. Cool. What? Um, yeah. Yeah, there was some cool stuff about the game. I mean, it's an old CRPG, so for the age behind it and everything, is actually pretty good. Oh, dude, that's I've never had an ingrown no. There's Total War Warhammer news coming up, man. It's just about new Immortal Empire stuff, factions, and everything. I figured you already knew about it, but I was just letting you know we had some news coming up if you wanted to be hearing it. But we'll just go ahead and say we're starting Witcher 3 tomorrow. Cool. Purge the chat. Yeah. Yeah, we'll start Witcher 3 tomorrow. We'll just plan on that. Cool. Well, there's a new movie coming out though, if you didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, Pinky, I bet it. Well, I've heard ingrown nails being some brutal stuff, dude. I've never had one. Lucky, I guess. So Tinwin, I found Avatar entertaining. I wasn't like it's the best thing ever. I found it entertaining. I mean, again, to each their own. You didn't like it, I respect that. Okay, wait, cool, man. It's good to see you, buddy. Um, I remember finding it entertaining, dude. So I think there were a lot of other people that liked it too. So, all right, dude. But I mean, apparently, this game has been in the works for a long time. What time is it for me right now? It's 7:20 a.m. 07:20 a.m. Tabo. Yep. It was entertaining. Oh, for real, Pinky? I don't even remember that scene. It's been so long since I watched that movie. I mean, I found it entertaining, dude. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, but I found it entertaining. Again, I mean, it wasn't like the best thing I'd ever seen in the world, but I found it entertaining. So I don't know, and I mean, to each their own. I don't think I'm the only one that found it entertaining, and who knows, man? I mean, they're not. I don't think they're actually creating the game to be based off of what the original story was either. Tinwin. It's just around that world and you know what it is and everything. So, tried to censor a whole season of the Owl House. Are you serious? Even though the actual air or the is air a gender based term? Heiress, I don't know, whatever. Of Disney came out as being really? Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool, Tabo. LGBTQ, right? Isn't that the play? And then Disney's like, what's going on? Disney got called out for a lot of stuff too because Florida, you know, Disney's got a big presence down in Florida, and Florida's like trying to suppress all the you know, yeah, I don't know, man. You can't just let people be who they are, dude. Like what? I don't get it, man. No. I mean, as long as you're not hurting somebody else, I don't understand, dude. Like just what? I don't know, man. I just don't understand. Yeah, I had no idea that because I mean I've watched Owl House. My kids have watched it with me. I had no idea that was like the play behind Disney with that Tabo. That's wild, man. I had no idea. All right, Tabo. All right, take it easy, buddy. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Witcher 3 tomorrow, dude. We'll just plan on Witcher 3 tomorrow. I've It's taking too long to get to it anyways, and with as jaded as I am right now with Planescape, we'll just move on. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of yeah, I know. I know. But I mean, I get that. I get that. I think that's another reason why I don't enjoy Star Wars. Like I feel like Star Wars would be so dope if it was like not so like PG. They need like a real gnarly like Star Wars edition that is evil and dark. That might get me back into Star Wars. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what all happened with that. Yeah, I don't remember what happened with the you know the heiress on from Disney, but yeah, I don't know. That's weird, man. That's weird. But I mean, back to the whole the this whole thing with um I don't think I mean Avatar's been in development for a long time, dude. If I remember correctly, and it's not even being based around I don't think anything about the original like story or anything like that. It's just that world in general. So I don't know, man. Who knows? It could be a big pile of trash. It could be decent. I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? Depends on. But I'm worried because I do think it's been in development for a very long time, and usually whenever a game's been in development for that long, uh, I'm worried that they've continued to have issues with it, and they've tried to go in a lot of different directions and they weren't sure where to take it, and I just not gonna have a lot of faith in it because of that. Now, one of the other thoughts, because we've heard a lot of stuff about this game coming out, and one of the thoughts was because in December the new movie's supposed to be hitting. So what they were trying to say was like, well, Avatar, you know, what they're doing is trying to release the game around the same time that the movie's going to be coming out in December, and I was kind of taking that with a grain of salt, really, because it was like, well, they've been saying they're making this game for years now, you know, and maybe that was the play. Maybe it is the play, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't have a whole lot of faith in what it's going to be, even though I found the original movie to be fairly entertaining. But we'll see. Last year we got a trailer. It was a cinematic trailer, wasn't it? It wasn't even anything like gameplay wise. It was just cinematics. It wasn't anything to get hype about, if I remember. The rest of the showcase was just the release dates of games we knew about. Far Cry 6, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, DLC announcements, plus a few other odds and ends. The biggest Ubisoft news, honestly, was a leak the following month revealing there was a live service Assassin's Creed game in the works called Infinity. Hopefully, we'll be given more to chew on this summer because the dates for the Ubisoft Forward 2022 have finally been announced. Appetizer on July 7th. In-depth look at Skull and Bones. This is another game for Ubisoft that has been in development. Dude, we're talking Skull and Bones was like what, 2017? 2016? Something like that. Maybe even a little bit before that. But it was like originally supposed to be released in like 2017, 2018. I think that's what it was. And it just kept getting pushed back, kept getting pushed back, kept getting pushed back, kept getting pushed back. And now they're finally like, oh, it's getting released. So another one that I'm like, man, why? Again, delaying a game is fine. Delay a game. If it needs to be delayed to make a good game, delay it, right? 2017 E3, thanks, Tinwin. But whenever you keep delaying something consistently for years, we're talking going on like 4 years of delays at this point. Something's wrong. You know what I mean? I am scared for what this game is actually going to be when it comes out. Could be good, but I don't have a lot of faith in what it's going to bring to the table because of apparently it's had a lot of issues internally. Ubisoft's reportedly delayed open world multiplayer pirate game that will probably come out before the end of the year. The main course isn't happening until September 10th. Yeah, I mean, we've looked into it here recently. Yeah, it was like 2018. They got delayed to 2019. It was like 2020, 2021, 2022. It just kept happening, man. When Ubisoft will present its full showcase. Okay, September. But tomorrow there's a. Let's see this. Okay, let's don't do that. Hold on. Weird. Okay, sorry. Um, on September 10th, Ubisoft will present its full showcase. So there are no specifics yet. Announcements saying the showcase will reveal updates and news on multiple games and projects from Ubisoft teams around the world. Certainly a lot we like to hear about. Yeah. So, but tomorrow we'll probably try to watch this if we can. Peaky, dude. Let me try to pull this up. Okay, but what about the one that's supposed to be happening tomorrow? Let's put in Okay, so oh, dude, this is late tomorrow. This is late tomorrow. Ubisoft Forward is back, this time with 2 events showcasing never before seen news, gameplay reveals, and more. Happening on July 7th at 8 p.m. So that, I think that's 7 my time. 7 p.m. So way after we're done streaming. Yeah. What we'll do though is not tomorrow, because it airs tomorrow night. On the 8th, we'll watch it in between news and Witcher gameplay, okay? So we'll watch it. We'll see what it has to show. All right. And then September we'll get ready to watch their actual big showcase. Ubisoft's been very quiet, man. Starfield fans are already reverse engineering the game's map. An early peek at the potential shape of Bethesda's space epic. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah. Again, I mean, it's not convenient for me with the stream and everything either. So, Wick, stop, dude. I I disagree. Actually, at this point in time, I don't know how anybody could say that right now with the state of the U.S. Holy crap! I know you're trolling out right now. Channel motto. Stop, dude. Stop it. Wick's trying to start channel chat, getting chat worked up, trolling, chat troll. Uh, the Yeah, I don't know. The that usually, like, if something's like outside of my stream time, usually it's like just by like an hour or two. They went like really late. Ubisoft did. That's kind of odd. So I don't know. We'll watch it the next day though. That's how we do. So we'll get it in. Jeez, dude. Uh, it's gonna be a fair bit longer than we finally get to explore Starfield's galaxy. Finally! Oh gosh, I can't wait to see if this game is actually a big piece of crap like I expect from Bethesda anymore. Unless, of course, you're dedicated enough to reverse engineer Bethesda's star map based on 6 fleeting seconds of trailer footage. Compile it into a 3D executable and release it into the wild for curious fans. That's exactly what coder Sebastian Warehausen did with Starfield Navigator. The tool that lets you explore a rough approximation of Starfield's galaxy based on what we know so far, which is just a very quick shot from the gameplay reveal trailer. Really? That scene was used to track all visible stars and reconstruct their in-game position. Where Hausen explains in a README, the footage included 7 named stars. 3 of them are real star systems. So Alpha Centauri, Parima, the real-life positions of the stars were used to calibrate the reconstruction. In an insights section, where Hausen notes that of the 100 plus stars promised for the final game, 75 were visible in the trailer. Of the 7 labeled systems, 3 are real stars. And by using distance, position, and color, he was able to identify 3 more. Altair, Bernard, and Sirius. The map lets you view from 3 fairly restricted camera types, but a neat wee trick also reveals jump paths based on a selected jump range. Given the ships in Starfield appear to have different ranges based on how you build them, this could provide neat insight into how much space you can explore at an early and late game. Of course, it could all be totally wrong. Won't know until Starfield's release. Yeah. If you're interested, I don't know. Here. Wick, you're wild, dude. Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher announced for Switch. Dude, the original Monster Rancher games were sick. Monster Rancher video game franchise is back with a truly new installment set to release later this year on the Switch from Bandai Namco and developer Tecmo. This time, however, there's a bit of a twist as Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher combines the monstrous creatures of the Ultraman franchise with Monster Rancher's well, ranching of monsters. Um, oh, wild. Between Ultraman's impressive roster of Ultra Kaiju and Monster Rancher's expertise in simulating how to raise monsters, bridging both franchises is a natural fit to create a fantastic and fun monster breeding simulation. Um, Said Kentaro Matano, producer at Bandai Namco, as part of the announcement. Fans of these beloved franchises, as well as those who enjoy monster breeding games, will get a thrill from discovering, raising, and befriending their very own kaiju and creating epic battles in Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher. Cool. Yo, let's see this. Let's go. I'm so psyched. What's that? What was that? It was wild. This is definitely... Yeah, it looks like a troll game, doesn't it? I'm playing it, dude. We're playing this on stream. We're playing this. It's gonna be hilarious. This is wild, man. Yeah, the old Monster Rancher games were insane. They were on PlayStation, like PlayStation 1. Yeah, it looks really old. I think they tried to capture like kind of what the old games used to look like. Did you guys ever see the old Monster Rancher games? I think the first one was on PS1. The second one might have been as well. But it was like, it was really, yeah, PS1. Yeah, it was really cool, dude. You had to like take other discs. It didn't even matter what kind of disc, as long as it was a readable disc. And it would be like, anytime you wanted to try to get a new monster, right? Dude, you would go through your house and get as many discs as you had in the house. It didn't have to be a PlayStation disc. It could be like a CD. It could be whatever. And it would basically read the data on those discs. And there were some discs that were known to be special. Like specific like music discs or albums, you know, stuff like that. And you get special monsters off of them and everything. But basically it would be like, yo, I want a new monster. You'd go enter into that, like, get a new monster thing, put the disc in, it would read it, and it would give you a certain kind of monster out of it. Sorry, guys. Um, it was a really cool game. Wall stream. Yeah, sorry, Pinky. Yeah. The wife was leaving. I had to go smooch her. I had to go smooch the wife real quick. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Dude, I loved the original Monster Rancher games. They were really cool. So I get hyped about when I see something like this. I feel like I have to make that face every time it comes. I know I've got to work on. God, I've always got stuff to work on. We're gonna get like a face like that made up for a GIF for fart as well. But these were cool, man. As noted above, Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher is set to release for Nintendo in 2022. No specific release date has been announced. Uh, that looks ridiculous and awesome. I'm totally gonna play that. Yep, yep. At some point, dude, I've got to try out my new capture card. I thought it was going to be on Breath of the Wild, and it still might be. Breath of the Wild still might be the first game we play. I was kind of waiting to see if we could play Breath of the Wild 1 in conjunction with Breath of the Wild 2, but at this point, we might just play Breath of the Wild 1 at the end of the year. November, December time frame. And then we'll just play the second one when it comes out. Whatever. Why everyone's suddenly obsessed with a 2-year-old game about action figures? This actually looks dope. Did this ever actually get released? Have you guys seen this? Over the past week, the gaming world has been obsessed with an indie shooter coming to Xbox. Yeah, I've never seen it. I mean, I've seen it, but I've never played it or anything. I didn't know if it was actually available to play. Treating it with the fervor and wildfire social media metrics of a forthcoming AAA tentpole. But here's the weird part: the game's already out. It's been playable on multiple platforms for years. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. You may have heard of Hypercharge Unboxed, a wave-based shooter that casts you as an action figure pitted against a ton of other action figures. Big Toy Story vibes here. Developed and published, self-published by Digital Cyber Cherries. Hypercharge does a lot with a little, marrying both first and third-person shooting with base-building elements in childhood-inspired environments. Also multiplayer, supporting both online and, in a sadly rare but much appreciated boon, local co-op. Ooh. Is this on Steam? It is, dude. Check that out. Cool. Cool. Okay. Nice. I'd seen it before. What is it? Uh, online co-op, FPS, PvE, wave-based shooter. Solo and co-op, wave-based first, third-person shooter. You're an action figure. It's basically like first, third-person, Toy Story shooter game. Yeah. But it's like, I don't think there's any like PvP. It's just PvE multiplayer stuff. But I was like, this might be cool to play with the kids or something. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Might be cool to like play with the kids, something like that. So, and it looks pretty neat. I've seen it before, but I didn't know it was actually. I think I saw it a long time ago when it was like in development or something. Developed and self-published by yep. By most accounts, Hypercharge is pretty good, supporting a very positive 91% rating on Steam. Basic gameplay loop has you break out of your toy packaging and you search around on map for tokens you use to buy defenses and upgrades to help protect your energy stations. After a few minutes, a wave of enemies attacks. You fight them back, get another few minutes to search for more loot and build more defenses. Not a terribly new or fresh spin on this type of gameplay, but what is here is solid. Guns feel good, enemies react when you shoot them, and movement is fast and snappy. Here's the thing, man. I think this is one of the things that's lost on in games sometimes nowadays is it doesn't need to be a new concept, right? Keep it simple and just make it feel good, right? Make the game feel good. Keep it simple and sometimes you'll find something good and magical inside of that, and maybe they have right here. Though it was first released in early access 5 years ago, full release on Switch and PC in 2020. On Twitter specifically, Hypercharge has picked up a sort of buzz typically reserved for big budget games, thanks to what appears to be a shrewdly engineered digital marketing strategy. Okay. Oh, tell me that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Look at this. It looks good, man. Oh, was that? Dude, that actually looks like multiplayer. Is that multiplayer, like PvP? That looks like PvP, dude. Yeah, that looks like multiplayer, man. Because watch over here, too. Yeah. That was a sick shot. Did you see that? We might have to dig into this. Right now, it's on sale for like 17 bucks, I think. It's on sale right now for 17. Mm-hmm. But then they've got like some DLC stuff too. I don't know. A lot of that was just about the buzz surrounding it coming to like Xbox. That was about it. But I'm glad that we saw this because I might want to play that. That looks pretty cool. New Donkey Kong game potentially teased via Nintendo update. A recent update from Nintendo has teased the arrival of a new game associated with Donkey Kong. We've kind of unofficially heard that this was in the works. It's been what, like 2016 since a new Donkey Kong game was actually devved. Is that right? Tropical Freeze, I think. But I mean, it was re-released on Switch, but since Tropical Freeze originally came out, what was it? Wii U, I think. Um, Continue to hear that the Nintendo Switch could soon get a new title of some sort that is tied to the iconic ape. While Nintendo has yet to confirm in any capacity that this will be happening, a recent move tied to the company may have just teased an upcoming Donkey Kong related announcement. Nintendo just updated its trademark filing for Donkey Kong at the end of June. While this is something that companies have to do all the time to retain their various trademarks, Nintendo's newest filing tied to Donkey Kong altered a few things. Notably, the trademark listing says that Donkey Kong has now been filed in such a way to involve downloadable programs for home video game consoles. With this in mind, some fans are of the belief that this could be Nintendo's way of setting the stage for a new Donkey Kong game on Switch in the future. Okay, man. Uh, this is just a lot of. This could be anything from a new title to them bringing in old titles. This is just speculation, man. Speculation. We've heard that they are potentially working on a new Donkey Kong title, but the gaming industry will take anything like this and go, oh, let's blow it up into something crazy, you know. Valkyrie Elysium release date officially revealed with new trailer. Square Enix and developer Soleil have announced that Valkyrie Elysium, the upcoming continuation of Valkyrie Profile Games franchise will officially release for PS5 and 4 on September 29th and PC via Steam on November 11th. In addition to the release date, a new trailer has also been revealed that features some gameplay from the upcoming action RPG. While the release date is certainly welcome news to fans, it isn't exactly a surprise, however. Valkyrie Elysium's release date actually leaked much earlier today. The date surfaced online in the official PlayStation Store's listing for Valkyrie Elysium and was later removed, but not before eagle-eyed folks spotted it. It was then announced that there would be a new Valkyrie Elysium trailer releasing today, which gave further credibility to the leak if the PS Store's date wasn't solid enough. As noted above, set to release on the September 29th for PS4, 5, and PC. See what we got here.
I'm out here looking for something. despite the world being in the state it is.
Valkyrie, heed my words. Ragnarok tears our world asunder. All we hold precious lies on the brink of annihilation.
Return back from whence you came, lost soul.
It looked like it did when we watched that trailer.
I've already lost my homeland.
Or that little clip on Twitter.
And the people I love.
Ooh, that's fun.
You would have me
yeah,
back.
hypercharge. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. I might be grabbing that.
I've no interest in
Me and my son have been trying to find a new game to play together too, and I was like, what kind of game do you want to play?
I just want
like,
a chance
you want
to
play an
make
RPG?
things right.
You want to play a shooter game? What do you want?
My name is
like,
Christopher.
I want a shooter game.
I have protected
just
this land and
this
its
last
people
night.
as my
That could
forefathers
be
did
the
before
one.
me. Very well. Then I pledge my loyalty as your inheritor until the very end.
You are a being of divine power, are you not? Please, would you hear my plea? My name is Taika. It was once my duty to watch over this land.
Wretched soul,
Tentacle!
by Odin's command, you shall be purified.
So this is one of the 4 gifts. If I had to guess, I'd say this was Gungnir.
That's him, man. Yeah, it does look messy, yeah.
Engrave it upon your soul. Divine assault! Nibelung Valesti!
Please allow me to conduct a small test of your metal.
I can already see so much of it that I feel like I would be balding out. I hate ARPGs where it feels like half my attacks miss.
I have no intention of
really bad
harming you.
hitboxes and stuff, and I've already seen a lot
I
of
failed
that.
to warn you of her. Our adversary was once a second-class Icier. She goes by the name Fenrir.
It looked like a bunch of button mashing, you know.
I merely wish for the world to continue existing.
There'll be people that enjoy the way it looks and probably try it. It doesn't necessarily look for me, but okay. Yo, Wick, thanks, dude. That actually looks cool, man. Maybe we need to play it. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy actor campaigns for Marvel's Wolverine role. Oh, dude, I can't wait for a Wolverine game. I hope they do a good job on it. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy actor John McClaren is campaigning to play Wolverine in the upcoming Marvel's Wolverine. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy was a surprise critical darling last year. Failed to be the big financial hit that something like Spider-Man managed to be. Praised for its gameplay, but it really received the most acclaim for its beautiful story and even better characters. Felt like it belonged with the James Gunn films without completely ripping them off. Cast also did a beautiful job of emulating the characters while making them their own. Writing was so strong that a writer for the game went on to work for BioWare to help write the next Mass Effect game. Yeah, we just read about that yesterday, I think, right? I think it was yesterday's news segment. Although the future of the Guardians of the Galaxy games remains unclear, Star-Lord actor John McClaren wants to play another Marvel hero. The actor took to Twitter to campaign for the role of Wolverine in Marvel's Wolverine. It was announced in 2021 that Insomniac Games would be working on a new Wolverine game. Ooh, and having Insomniac make that game too, it probably will be decent. Something that caught fans off guard. The developer is working on Marvel Spider-Man 2. The Wolverine game was a well-kept secret. As of right now, no one has been announced as Wolverine, so there are a handful of notable video game actors like David Hayter vying for the role. The game has no release date, so it's unclear if any casting has been done for the game quite yet. Who do you guys want to play Wolverine? If you could pick an actor, who's going to be your Wolverine? That's what I was thinking too. Hugh Jackman. Yeah. Well, I mean, like to like voice act the game and everything. Yeah, it's hard to hear anybody else besides Hugh Jackman at this point, right? Yeah. I mean, at this point, just give me Henry Cavill for uh for everything. He can be the Witcher, he can be Superman, he can be Wolverine. I mean, you know. I don't know who I would actually who would you know who plays Butcher? Who plays Butcher, dude? What's that guy's name that plays Butcher in The Boys? Carl Urban, dude. Carl Urban? Yeah. It's in Wing. Carl Urban. Yeah, maybe Carl Urban, dude, as Wolverine. You know? I mean, obviously not in like it would need to be I don't know. Just throwing things out there. The Invincible release date, latest news and leaks. Published in 1973, The Invincible became an international best-selling novel. It's being adapted by Starward Industries into an action exploration video game. What can you expect from the game? Expansive yet barren planet waits for us in Starward Industries' The Invincible. Must fight on an inhospitable world named Regis 3 while robotic androids and untamed humans seek to destroy us. Starward Industries. Yeah, I don't know. Give somebody else a chance, I guess, maybe, yeah? Give somebody else a chance. I was just thinking somebody that has like that gruff voice as well. Like I feel like Carl Urban's got like that kind of that he's got that gruff voice. I think he could do a good Wolverine, you know what I mean? That's all I was thinking. That's all I was thinking. He's got kind of that like gravelly. He's got that deep voice. I think he can get a good Wolverine going on. Um, Starward Industries has developed an impressive action adventure game as realistic textures have been considerably polished. This creates an environment that feels tangible and concrete, almost as if you were experiencing real life. It's an ambitious adventure from an independent studio, and early game couldn't be more impressed with this group of 27 developers. The Invincible uses Stanislaw Lem's novel of the same name as inspiration for their action adventure game. Therefore, anyone could learn about the outcome of the game, but game director Marek Markaszewski has noted some differences between the two properties, and we're here to categorize those differences for you. Is it coming out in 2023? Isn't expected to launch until Q3 to Q4 of 2023, so late next year if that date maintains. Protagonist is named Yasna. She's a celebrated scientist with limited memory of her past. What memories are available tell Yasna that she's arrived at Regis 3 with an unnamed crew. But what has happened to them? Fortunately, assistance is provided to our celebrated scientists with an incredible guide named Astrogator. Astrogator and Yasna will work together to reveal the mysteries of Regis 3. However, the process will be slow, as Starward Industries wants to mimic the feeling gained from Stanislaw Lem's novel. This means everyone should be interested in exploring astronomic science, as this action-adventure game leans heavily towards the knowledge of astronomy. Everything in this action-adventure game is paced slowly. Even when the antimatter cannon becomes reactivated, you can see that Yasna focuses on hiding rather than attacking. As such, we shouldn't expect a great deal of combat. Everything is about exploration and story in this upcoming game. The Invincible appears perfect for virtual reality. Star Wars Industries would miss an incredible opportunity by avoiding a VR-compatible version. Unfortunately, no announcement has been made to suggest that VR is being incorporated at this point. Invincible is right now being slated for Xbox Series X and S and PC. Unlikely to launch on Game Pass. And we've already kind of watched this during the summer showcases. If you want to watch it yourselves, I'll put it in chat. There you go. Total War. Total War Warhammer 3 reveals 7 new Immortal Empire factions. One of the new factions will be led by Belacor, who will be able to corrupt human lords he defeats. Oh, sick! Very nice. Creative Assembly has announced that the Immortal Empires mode for Total War Warhammer 3 will bring 6 new factions to existing legendary lords, as well as an all-new faction for campaign antagonist Belacor. In a blog post shared yesterday, Creative Assembly outlined that 7 legendary lords from the first 2 Total War Warhammer games will be given their own factions. Volkmar the Grim, legendary lord of the Empire, will now lead the Cult of Sigmar, while his rival necromancer Helmengorst, Necromancer, will now be in charge of the Caravan of Blue Roses. Meanwhile, Dwarven legendary lord Grombrindal will take the ancestral throng to fight against the Dark Elves of Nagaroth. For the vampire counts, Vlad and Isabella, perfect, right? How do you not have a vampire account not called Vlad? And Isabella von Karstein will be playable as Sylvania. Finally, several Chaos factions have been given new factions to lead. Sigvald the Magnificent will lead the Decadent Host, while Dragon Ogre Kolok Sun Eater will head Heralds of the Tempest. I love these. These look like, I'm guessing like screenshots, or I don't know if they're screenshots or actual just like pieces of art that were done, but they look good. I like them. In the past, all these characters shared the starting positions of other lords, meaning that if players selected them, they would replace existing lords at the start of a campaign. With these major changes, these faction leaders can coexist with their counterparts and will likely receive their own faction mechanics. Creative Assembly has also revealed that with Immortal Empires, Belacor, the demonic antagonist of Warhammer 3, will become a playable faction leader for the first time. Belacor's campaign mechanics will involve corrupting human lords, accessing the Demon Prince's unholy manifestations mechanics, and offering the souls of those he defeats to the gods of chaos. Wild! Belacor's unique faction was announced last month, along with other details on what Immortal Empires will bring when it launches in August 2022. Cool, man. There you go. The more you know. Tinwin, I'm guessing you already knew about most of that, if not all of it. But there you go, if anybody's interested. Skull and Bones gameplay presentation set to take place this week. Yeah, tomorrow. We've already talked about this. Let's see what this shows real quick.
Those who master the sea conquer the world.
We've probably already seen this before, but... No, this is actually the spotlight tomorrow. Yeah. Wait. Well, I said 11 a.m. Pacific. Oh, wait, we will watch this tomorrow. Hold on. I read the time wrong then. We will watch this tomorrow. 1:00 p.m. We will probably end the stream up with watching this. Yeah. We'll watch this tomorrow. We'll end the stream watching this. Okay. So at 1 p.m., we'll finish up Witcher. We'll watch this Ubisoft stuff, and then we'll just call it a day at that point. Okay. I read the times wrong. Cool. We've already talked about it, though. I'm not going to dive into this article. It's stuff we've already talked about. We've already went over. How to complete the nullifying reconciliation challenge. Yeah. If you're interested, I'm not. That's just some specific stuff there to how to get something done in Destiny 2. I'm not going to dive into that. If you're interested, it's there in chat. EA hints at single-player Battlefield game via job listing. What is so funny about this? Wait, what is this? We've already talked about this too, so I'm not going to dive into this. We already know that Ubisoft is doing their Skull and Bones showcase tomorrow. Then they've got a big showcase set for September, right? We will watch both. So, this will be the last news segment for this morning. Unless anybody has anything else that they want to make me aware of, anything that might be pertinent for the gaming industry, video gaming news that maybe I haven't covered today or previously, let me know in chat, and we will cover it, talk about it before we end the news segment this morning. Otherwise, this will be the final article that we cover this morning, okay, guys? EA hints at single-player Battlefield game via job listing. What is hilarious about this is that EA just got absolutely destroyed on social media, on Twitter specifically, for kind of calling out gamers that only enjoy playing single-player games. Whenever EA can't basically create anything hardly worthwhile multiplayer anymore, and their most successful games over the past half decade have been single-player games. Yes. EA has confirmed it is working on a single-player Battlefield game via a job listing at their new Seattle studio. Studio, which is being, I don't even like saying their name, dude. Studio, which is being led by Halo's original art director, Marcus Leto, was announced. Oh, yo, it's random mode time. It's random mode time. Get him in there, guys. Oh, nice, Pinky. Looking for that copy of this. Get your random modes in there. Let's go. At the time, it was said that it would be exploring narrative, storytelling, and character development in the Battlefield series, but a new job listing has seemingly confirmed a whole new title. Quote, Battlefield Seattle is focused on building rich, exciting stories with memorable characters and powerful experiences, all in the Battlefield universe, which has rubber ducks underneath the gaming environment. We're building a new studio in the Seattle area composed of leaders and talent with a vast array of AAA game dev experience, says the listing for a design director. As we assemble our diverse team, all who have a voice in making great games together, we're looking for a healthy mixture of tempered veterans and young, passionate individuals eager to make a difference. Continues the post before going into specific. I mean, I can't take any of this seriously. You know what I mean? With how absolutely brutal EA is with their games. We know they don't care about anything but money, right? So, seeing stuff written like this, especially after how terrible the last Battlefield was. The reason I said the rubber duck thing, because that was legit something in the last Battlefield game, Battlefield 2042. Kill cams were taking people underneath the maps to where there were these sections of all these rubber ducks. It was like nightmare stuff, man. These rubber ducks were bobbing back and forth, and it was really, really creepy stuff. The candidate will manage the design team and design visions of a new Battlefield campaign. Your job is to orchestrate the mission design, narrative, game mechanics, and systems to create the highest quality experience possible. And the listing goes on to say that the potential new hire must define and lead the design efforts necessary to for creating a best-in-class single-player campaign experience. Elsewhere, there are multiple references to a game rather than additional levels or standalone content, suggesting the studio will be working on a standalone title rather than single-player DLC for existing games. Studio is also hiring a technical director, lead VFX artist, development director, and lead character and level designer. So it's fair to assume a release date for the single-player Battlefield game is still a long way off. Here it is. Comes less than a week after EA had to backtrack on a joke it made on social media where it criticized all single-player games. Yeah. And they got wrecked. Pretty wild. Cool. That's news, guys. That's news. Thanks to everybody for being here, being a part of it. I appreciate you guys. Everybody that's part of the news, thank you. Part of the news today. Part of this community always, thank you very much. We'll be moving on to day 4 of Superland. All right. Witcher 3 tomorrow. Superland we'll do today. Try to finish up whatever we can get done in Superland. And, yeah. I don't know. Witcher 3 tomorrow will be cool. But, I don't know. Before we move on, I'll close this out by saying that if you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube, you're enjoying the content, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with us at 6 a.m. CST every single day, where we always start every stream out with video gaming news, okay? And if you are enjoying the content, also please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and maybe even leave me a comment so we can have a bit of a discussion regarding some of these topics that we went over today, okay? Other than that, everybody just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see everybody tomorrow for July 7th edition of Video Gaming News. All right?